Sometimes I feel more closely connected to the community that are shielding than my friends because they have such a hard time understanding what we're going through.
Shannon Banks has lupus, an autoimmune condition, making her medically vulnerable to COVID. She's had one dose of the vaccine, but it made her unwell and she produced no antibodies. So she's been living away from her husband and teenage daughter to keep herself safe.
Describe that to me. What's it taken away from you?
It's easier to describe what's left than it is to describe what's been taken away, really, from shielding. I think there are so many things we can't do. It's impossible. It's impossible to list them. And it's not just me. You know, there are 500,000 people in the UK who've been shielding since the start of the pandemic.
And Shannon's vulnerability has had an impact on the whole family.
Obviously, I'm able to spend time with friends and stuff, but only at the risk of my mom getting COVID or like accidentally giving it to her or not being able to see her. Like, there's no really win-win situation for me at the moment.
Shannon, like hundreds of thousands of others, could benefit from the new COVID drug Evershield, a vaccine that gives those who are immunosuppressed pre-formed antibodies, which would offer some protection. But despite it being licensed in the UK and used around the world, it's still not accessible here.
I think if there's more that can be done and it is proven to work and there's the ability to do it, I think it potentially could be a very good thing for immunocompromised people. But the most important thing is that we need to go out, talk to the clinical community, work out what we agree on and try and find the best approach in terms of going ahead.
Well, the government says it understands the strong interest in Evershield and is looking at all of the data and the best options for the NHS. For people like Shannon, a rollout can't come fast enough.
It would give me the equivalent of the protection I should get from the vaccine. And that would be life-changing for me.
But for now, all she can do is keep on shielding. Her world's so much smaller than it was a few years ago. Catherine Nash, 5 News.